Hello everybody, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and in this video I'm doing something completely different. Number one, because I haven't made a video in a while. Number two, what I'm doing is kind of crafty, and some of y'all like crafty stuff, right, that you want to try. So my daughter is going to homecoming and she has a date, and even though I live in Oshkosh, I don't know where there's a local florist. I'm not going to be driving around looking. I suppose I could look online or whatever. But I thought, you know what? I can do this. I'm a crafty gal. So I watched a few tutorials and I went to Walmart and Joann's and picked up a few supplies. This is what I have. Green floral tape. There's a trick to using this, which I didn't know until I watched a tutorial. Some wire cutters. Some wire. Black ribbon, also some gray ribbon, a new hot glue gun. And you guys, you must know what it's like to lose hot glue and hot glue guns. And this was $4.49, I'll show you. This was $4.49 at Joann's, and it has glue in it. So I bought it. I felt like it was just as cheap as buying hot glue. And then I'll for sure have another hot glue gun. Okay, so, and then I bought some flowers. Last night I got these carnations and purple flowers at Walmart for like $4.97. And then today I went to Walgreens and I got those two roses, this, fern. And then I had to get all of these flowers because the roses were in with these. This one rose down here is icky on the one side. I'm debating on, okay, firstly, I technically only have to make one boutonniere, and that's for Maddie's boy, which is a friend. But then Jared's going with a group of guys, and I thought usually the first thing that I make of something isn't the best. So I'm gonna give one to Jared, and then the second one will be better. And then maybe I'll just make a bunch of boutonnieres. Why, I don't know. Because I thought those carnations can't go to waste. I don't know. You guys, it's just like hats and anything else I crochet. I just can't make one. So the big tip that I learned, and then I'm going to show you a few things, is number one, you need this wire. And what you do is you cut a length of the wire, probably, I want to say 7 inches, and you put it through, I'm going to show you on the carnation, the base of the carnation, right through here, and it comes out the other side. And the reason you need 7 inches is because then you have about 3 inches on either side hanging down from the carnation, which I will show you. Maybe I should show you that part. I'll stop the camera and show you. Do you see what I've done here? I took the wire, I stuck it through the side, the base of the flower, came out the other end, and now it's got these 2 strings of wire hanging on either side. Okay, now that is going to be important for giving security to the pieces that you are putting together. Okay, the next thing I have to do, I'm gonna lay this little beauty down, is I need to get some fern. I bought a lot of flowers here. Oh, I didn't tell you, this big bunch of flowers with 3 roses was $21. Yeah, I know, what a terrible, but I really wanted to give a rose to the boy that Maddie's going with. And my Quick Trip sells carnations and roses individually, but not with ferns. Now, the next step that I'm going to show you before I stop the camera, because I'm holding the camera in my hand, is I'm going to trim off all this riffraff so I have about 2 inches of empty stem and just fern coming out the top, okay? And then I'm going to choose, I hate to use up all my purple carnations, but I might choose some of those to go with, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to trim them all so they have just a shorty stem. They're probably all going to stop right here by my pinky. And I'm going to lay them together. So I'll turn on the camera when I get to that part. I'm doing this with my non-dominant hand while holding the camera. So do you see how I've got them all bunched up? the base of the fern has to be right where the wire is, and I just put this little bit of carnation blob, 2 little underdeveloped carnations. And you're gonna hold them together and you're gonna start twisting these wires around the 3 of them. Now I have to put the camera down, I'm sorry to say, to start twisting those so that you can see, and I'll pull it back up, okay? Okay, I'm gonna do some more twisting off camera, but I just wanted you to basically see that I'm twisting that silver wire to hold all those 3 together. Now you may ask, Summer, why didn't you get green? And they did have green. And they had a thinner wire and a thicker wire. But I already had this at home, and so I wasn't gonna buy anymore because already $21, $5, some, I don't remember. I've already spent like almost $40 on this boutonniere or 2. So once you get the wire, and I crossed mine counterclockwise, I wrapped one strand to the right, the other to the left, so they crisscrossed, you kind of see that. And then you'll have a little clump. This is still too long, I just want you to know, but I wanted to make sure that I had it longer than shorter. You know what I mean? My next step, if I put this little clump down, it's not looking perfect, but it's looking like a boutonniere, and that's all that matters, is this green tape. Now, the trick about this green tape is it must be stretched while using it. It's kind of like that animal tape that they use now for doctors use. And if you just use it gently, it won't stick. You have to stretch it out. I started up here by the base, I wrapped all the way down to the stem, and then I'm coming back up to the top. And now the whole bottom part is covered in green tape. Now this is also a practice one. I think I'm gonna do 2 carnations and 2 roses, and then I'm gonna let Maddie and Jer choose, because Jer's going to homecoming by himself, and I wanted him to have a boutonniere. The last thing I bought, which I probably didn't have to, are these pins, right? Because they're gonna need to do that to pin them on. After I finish wrapping both these 2 boutonnieres, I'm gonna turn on my hot glue gun, and I think I'm going to wrap them with black ribbon. I haven't decided if I'm gonna tie a bow, or if I'm gonna make the ribbon look ruffly, or if I'm just gonna be quick and wrap it. This, I also got this ribbon at Walmart. They were like $1.97. I got this thin silver one in case I wanted to be fancy and do a smaller thin one around the black. Yeah, so that's really the things you'll need. A wire cutter, a wire, the green tape, the flowers, of course. You trim the stems, you bunch them together. Make sure you put the wire through the bud of the flower as you wrap it around. You're gonna have to trim off some debris as well. I think that this one here, I'll leave right about here. Yeah, I mean, it's really simple. I'm actually surprised. I mean, aside from the value of buying the roses, it's really not that expensive or hard to make them. And now I'll have a beautiful bouquet. This is the other one I'm pulling from, and look at that rose even. For $21, that rose is icky as well. I'm gonna put all of this together in one bouquet, and then I'll have some pretty flowers in the house. I will turn this back on when I have 2 carnations and 2 roses all boutonniered up. Hopefully the roses aren't harder. Okay, so I've wrapped that one all the way with the green. You can just cut it, it's fine. It doesn't, you can't really even see the end. I just pushed it in. And this is what it's gonna look like. That's the part that sets up against the fella's shirt. That one is there. I then wrapped this one with the black ribbon, and you guys, I looked online, and they did not tie the boutonnieres with bows, so I just took the 2 color ribbons and I swooshed them up a little bit and just made that little swooshy. And so I'm trying to, my arms aren't long enough to show you. But I mean, that is the finished carnation boutonniere. It's kind of fun. So I like I said, I'm gonna wrap this one with the black ribbon. I'll have 2 finished carnation boutonnieres. And next, Maddie did say she wanted a rose for her fella. So I'll do the 2 roses. It's a pretty simple craft. It's messy. There's the debris. I also bought this to talk about a crochet video. And this is what I'm doing. Next on the list is helping Maddie paint her nails. So that is just a real quick, crudely filmed. I am sorry, you guys. But you don't love me for my videography. Video on how to make a boutonniere. Yeah, I think it will look good enough. See that? Oh, you saw some dirty laundry. Yeah, I do hope to have a video because I did get a crochet society. What? I know, especially since it was on my old credit card, which got stolen. So then, well, the numbers did. So I discontinued it, but I got it anyway. So I'm pretty excited. So I have a crochet society I can show you. I bought something from Joann's. I got something from Walmart. I finished a project. So I do have a video coming up. Probably gonna have to do it tomorrow because today is gonna be devoted to homecoming and getting Maddie's outer beauty to match her inner beauty. And that should be amazingly fun. Hope you enjoy this little tiny horrible boutonniere tutorial. Okay, bye. Happy crafting.